Morning, students.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So, if we talk about the data types of Java, that is mainly divided into primitive and non-primitive type. And if you see the primitive type, then we have Boolean and numeric. And under the numeric, we have character, then integral. And in the integral case, you will get byte, short, integer, long as integers, and floating points, float, and double. These are known as primitive data types because these are the main data types you can say from which other data types can be derived. Okay, these are the primitive ones. Now, Boolean, you all know, I think, what is exactly the Boolean is, right? When we are dealing with true or false, then we have Boolean data type. Then the integer and the floating point, the difference is that in the case of floating point, you have some decimal points, right? I hope you know about the precisions and non-precisions. And then character means the means letters, you can say, suppose your name, that is letter that belongs to that are the characters of that particular word. Okay. Then non-primitives are string array. Can any one of you tell me what is string is?
Sir, string is a group of words or group of letters for a sentence.
Group of words or letters. Okay. Anyone else? Can I say string as sequence of characters also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this means what? The string is from where? From which one? Character, right? So string,
Character.
yes, string cannot be primitive one because string is from some primitive data types. Similarly, array, you know about array? Heard it before?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So if you know array, then you know that how important the array takes means part in any type of programming language, mathematics, right? Because all the things, all the programming, higher level programming, we do with array. Then on the basis of the sizes, we have different types of integer data types. Similarly, on the basis of the size, we have float and double. Now, why I'm giving this means or discussing these things, because this you can consider as a recall. We have to know that what are the primitive and non-primitive data types. Now I come to control flow statements. You know, in the last class, what we have discussed is different types of operators, and we have covered all the types of operators, right? And you have also done the practicals for them. Many of them I have checked your copies, and I have found that you now got what is operator and how to work with this type of different types of operators, right? Can I assume so?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with that, I come to the next topic, that is control flow statements. Control flow, from the term itself, is that how to direct the data flow. You know, in a program, the main or major thing is that the flow of data throughout the different building blocks of the program. Even in your C++, if you have gone through the any programming language before, you know that how the control flow blocks works, or different types of blocks in a programming sorry, in any program actually communicate with each other. So data is the major part or major thing that flows through those different blocks. Now, these control flow statements are used to direct that flow. Clear? Now we have different types of control flow statements, and this is a major part of any programming language. As you already do some practicals of basic Java, so you are already aware of it. But we have to recall them because without knowing them or without getting insight of them, we cannot directly jump to the advanced portion. Okay. So first I have taken is the decision making statements, and under that if statements. If statements play very major role. We'll see through examples. And the other different statement, decision making statements is switch statement, then loop. Loop means different types of loops: do, while, for each loop, and we maximum time use this do, while, and for loop. You'll see that later. Then jump statement. Jump statement is also important because you know that when several type of conditions are there and we don't need to visit each of them, then we can use this. And also we can break the statement flow or data flow at a particular condition. Okay, so that is jump and continue statement. So now I come to the first part, that is the decision making statement, and under that we have if statement. And in case of Java, we have different type of if statement, right? So if statement বুলি যদি আমি কওঁ, whenever we talk about the if statement means what? If this, then what happens? These things comes to our mind, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in machine learning or whatever the means your uh, research conditions or whatever the thing is, but we frequently use this if statement. Even in your machine learning also, you'll see that whenever we need to do some forecasting, then we use this if statement. So from that machine learning perspective or AI point of view or any programming language like Java point of view, if they actually plays a major role. And in case of Java, we have different type of if statements. The first one is the simple if statement. And the syntax for this is if condition, curly bracket, statement one, curly bracket close. You have to remember that how important the syntax is. Can anybody tell me Java is case sensitive or case not sensitive? Java case
Sir,
sensitive
case
है?
sensitive.
Confirm? मैं सबसे आंसर वेट कर रहा था but दो ही जन.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Then in case you know, in that case you know that what is the importance of this type of syntax is. So you have to exactly follow this syntax. Okay, it is not like Python. I'll teach you Python in later sem of your program. Okay, whenever I go for teaching machine learning, I used to teach that with Python. But now Java is also important. So here syntax matters a lot because you see that if condition, curly bracket statement, or if anything missed, then it is not like Python that it will be automatically indented. You have to follow the proper bracketing structures. Now let's come to the first program of this if statement. Syntax तो सबको याद हो गया. If अंडर ब्रैकेट कंडीशन देन ब्रैकेट के अंदर जो भी आप स्टेटमेंट लिखना चाहते हो, और ये जो स्टेटमेंट है दिस विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड ओनली व्हेन दिस कंडीशन इज ट्रू. ओके, क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Now let's take the example. Say we are creating a class student. Okay, and here we try to do some executions with respect to these two x and y variables. We are defining, and can anybody tell me this third statement, what I am doing here?
Sir, declaring
Sir,
a
you are
variable named
defined.
x with a value 10.
Declaring an
Integer variable with a value 10.
okay, but yes, you are right. We have to first we are defining x as integer, then we are assigning, okay, use the term assigning the value 10 to it. Okay, similarly integer y 12 is assigned to that integer variable y. Now let's come to the if statement. if x plus y is greater than 20, then this line will be printed. What is it that? X plus y greater than 20. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे x and y वैल्यू मैंने क्या लिया है? 10 plus 12, that is 22. Now, if I take x is equal to say 1, y is equal to 12, then what will be printed? Can anybody tell me? You got my question?
So can you repeat?
I say that if x is equal to y, 1, y is equal to 12, then what value will be printed?
Sir,
nothing will be
printed.
printed, sir.
Sir, nothing will be printed.
Are you confirm with your answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what happens exactly when I get such values?
So the condition of if will not be satisfied, so the if with the job code under the if statement will not execute, so nothing will be printed.
Nothing will be printed. Okay, very good. So this means what? This particular condition x plus y greater than 20, ये एक कंडीशन है, ठीक है? ये कंडीशन अभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा है, तो जब कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा है तो ये इसके अंदर आएगा ही नहीं, राइट? जो डेटा फ्लो है यहाँ आएंगे ही नहीं, ऑटोमेटिकली इट कम्स आउट ऑफ दिस, and when it comes out of this there is no any statement here, so again it comes out of from this curly bracket and later on this one, so nothing will be printed. Very good answer. Good. ठीक है? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
next statement is if else statement. जो पहला statement था इसमें सिर्फ if statement रखा था मैंने, और if statement condition एक ही condition हम यहाँ पे रखा था, right? We are giving only one condition here. Now suppose I want to give two different statements, right? Then what would happen? In such cases we have to use if and else. ठीक है? और ये कैसे काम करेगा? जो ये कंडीशंस है, आपने देखा यहाँ पे फॉल्स हुआ तो ये डायरेक्टली कम्स आउट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, नथिंग इज प्रिंटेड, राइट? नाउ हम चाहते हैं कि सपोज ये कंडीशन फॉल्स हो जाए तो भी कुछ प्रिंट हो, राइट? तो इफ कंडीशन अगर ट्रू है तो ये स्टेटमेंट 1 एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा, अगर फॉल्स है तो कहां आ जाएगा? ये स्टेटमेंट 2, एंड स्टेटमेंट 2 विल बी एग्जीक्यूटेड. क्लियर? तो स्टेटमेंट ये सिंटेक्स याद रह जाएगा आप लोगों को?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now I come to the
Yes, sir.
example. Same example. Suppose what happens? यहाँ तक तो ठीक है. आप यहाँ पे x plus y less than 10, then x plus y is less than 10. अगर less than नहीं है तो क्या प्रिंट होना चाहिए? Suppose x plus y greater than 10 और कहता है यहाँ पे 20 लिखा हूं, तो आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो? greater than 10. तो मतलब क्या है? Suppose यहाँ पे आपने वैल्यू क्या दिखाया? 10 plus 12. तो 10 plus 12 is how much? 22, right? 22 is less than 10. True or false?
False, sir.
So 22 is false, so
False.
it comes to the else block. Obviously this line will be printed, so answer will be what? X plus y is greater than 20. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Coming to the next
Yes, sir.
part, that is if else if later. Okay, तो यहां तक हमने दो कंडीशंस दिया था, एक ट्रू होगा तो ये एग्जीक्यूट हो गया और फॉल्स हो गया तो ये एग्जीक्यूट हो गया. अब चाहते हैं हम और एक कंडीशन डाल दें यहाँ पे, ठीक है? इफ एल्स इफ, राइट? सो इसको मल्टीपल एल्स इफ स्टेटमेंट भी बोलते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है? क्योंकि यहाँ पे हम एक चेन क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. वी आर क्रिएटिंग सम चेन हियर. This, in other words, you can say that it is the chain of if-else statement that create a decision tree where the program may enter in the block of code when the condition is true. So, कैसे हम define कर रहे हैं? What is the syntax? This is the syntax. If condition 1, statement 1 will be executed when this condition 1 is true. अगर condition 1 is not true, then what happen? Else if condition 2, then statement 2 will be executed. Means if this is false, it comes to here, and then it will check this condition 2. राइट, याद रखना यहाँ कंडीशन एक से ज्यादा है, ठीक है. So condition 2, if this is true, then statement 2 will be executed. If it is false, then it will come to this statement, and this statement will be executed. So a simple question to you: how many conditions at minimum you have to provide to the if else if statement? Can anybody tell it to me?
Sir, two.
Sir, minimum of 2.
Minimum of 2. And other students, are you agree with the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Minimum. Two.
Okay, good. And at maximum, how many? At maximum, how many conditions you can put here?
So as many ifs are there.
As many if. Other students?
Yes, sir. As many as you want, sir.
Okay. So there is no upper bound. You all agree with that, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Then we come to the next program. Okay, the next program is that, suppose यहाँ पे आपको क्या दिखाई दे रहा है? String city. So we are defining city as what type of variable? String, right?
String variable.
Sir, string variable.
Very good. And don't forget that whenever we put space here, that is also considered one particular character. Can anybody tell me, if we skip some space, what type of character that Java means interpreter will consider?
Null character.
Very good. That is null character. So string city is equal to Delhi. So we are not keeping any space here. Now, if city is equal to this double equal means equal. याद रखना. और एक बार हम इक्वल सिंबल यूज करते हैं तो वो होता है क्या?
Assignment operator.
Assignment operator. Very good. So if city equal to Meerut, and then we will print city is Meerut. Else if city is equal to Noida, then this line will be printed. Else if, so that many number of conditions you can put, as many if else ifs are here. ठीक है, जितना आप else if यूज करोगे उतना आप कंडीशन पुट करोगे. आप ये आंसर नहीं दोगे if, आप एक्चुअली क्या पुट कर रहे हो? else if. क्लियर? ठीक है, समझ में आ गया आप लोग?
Yes, sir.
तो आउटपुट क्या होगा ये आप मुझे बाद में बताओगे इस प्रोग्राम का. नेस्टेड इफ स्टेटमेंट. Nested if statement, आप यहाँ पे ये जो आपने देखा अभी, what I just taught you, that is multiple else if conditions, right? Now I come to the nested if statement. In nested if statements, the if statement can contain a if or if else statement inside another if or else if statement. So difference between these two are that here आपने किसी के अंदर ये put नहीं किया है, right? किसी के कोई if के अंदर ये else if नहीं put कर रहे हो. But nested if में क्या होगा? You are going to put if under some if, right? समझ में आ रहा है? So the syntax is like if condition 1 statement 1 condition 2 statement 2. तो इससे ज्यादा आप जब example देखोगे तब आपको ज्यादा समझ में आएगा. ठीक है, आप ये examples I will consider in the next class. I am stopping here because whatever the programs I have just taught you, that starts beginning with if statement, सब लोग ध्यान देना. हाँ, next is if else statement, then if else if, that is multiple if statement. ये तीनों if statement के लिए you will create your own program, not from the Google or anywhere else. मुझे ऐसा प्रोग्राम चाहिए जो डे टू डे से रिलेटेड हो, आपकी क्लास से रिलेटेड हो या किसी चीज से भी रिलेटेड हो, that will be built or developed by yourself. ठीक है, आ रहा है समझ में? हेलो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ये आप टाइम लोगे क्योंकि इसका नेक्स्ट क्लास भी आपका प्रणव सर का है जो मेरे को ही असाइन किया गया है. आप उस पूरे क्लास टाइम का ये लेना, ठीक है, और लास्ट में आप मुझे ये सबमिट करोगे. तो आई विल गिव अटेंडेंस टू दैट प्रणव सर्च क्लास आल्सो. सो ऑल आर एग्री विद दैट यू आर गोइंग टू डू दिस प्रैक्टिकल राइट नाउ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So I hope that whatever I discussed today is understood by everyone. So I'm stopping right here.